pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Set, ready, 90, Wolf. I'm coming. Chop 3, X3, 218, chop 5.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Clock now on first down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Looks pretty evident what they want to do. The same connection to start the game on back-to-back throws.
But when you've got a big-time target, you've got to go to him. The flip side is, shouldn't the defense know that? They should be better prepared.
Absolutely. They're going to have to step up and in a hurry.
6-6, pull it high. Look at me, zipper. Get it.
First carry for Nick Chubb. Tackle made by K1 short.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18. You think back to the Super Bowl against New England. The Rams never even got into the red zone in that game. And now here they are in the red zone on their opening drive with a first down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A run for Nick Chubb. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
8, read. Hey. Go.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Ready. 60 outlaw. Get that ball.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nifty move. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey, lock it.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Hey, wahoo!
On first down, Jones. Complete. Smith has it. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now it's Hines. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Break.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10.
Topper! Ready, ready!
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Gets this one to Hill. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Set. 10-2 soft. That's what I do.
Draw play. This is Hines. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Check out. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Protein spill. 55.
Jones, off play action. Campbell making the catch. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Hines. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands.
You got it. You got it.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Hatchet. Recon, 132 fighter. Watch the whip. Hey, check right. Now.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Forced out to his left. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. From the left hash, this from 37. And the 13-year man puts it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second and very short. Lock. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Let's go. Ready.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Hey, I-7. Hit it.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Ebron's got it. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's good for a Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Here's Locke. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. from the gun. It's Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Two-jet bombers. Two-jet bombers.
Second down at the 36-yard line.
Hey, seam six. Seam six. Now.
Throwing again on second down. Locke. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Locke again. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Rashawn Gary drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Bravo.
Throwing, Jones. And he'll find Hall. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. On first down, Hines. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Ronnie, 51. Watch the pass.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now on first down, he's going to sneak it. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
60 Pittsburgh. Here we go, D, get off the field. Kill.
They go with Chubb on second down. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points.
Kill. Hey, Sam off. Kill, turn up.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run with Hines. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
64, weak.
This is Hines. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
18 Gator. Watch a slack. Watch a slack. Ready.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones escaping the pressure right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Jones. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Taking it about the 16. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Mike 13, Mike 13. He's coming. Check in. Hey, Echo. Mike 13. Big grip.
From the 29, Locke. Ebron caught left side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Down. 60 out now. Hey, Haywood.
They go play action here on first down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
There.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And that's going to bump up their lead now to 15-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, exit. Mike 13, Mike 13. Watch it down.
From the 27, Locke. And going deep for Hill. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there for L.A. 67 yards. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Look at me, zipper. He's coming in motion. Hey. Yo, faster. Let's go.
Lock now on 3rd and goal. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. The kick by Carlson is good. And the lead is down to 9. It's 15-6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Back now in Los Angeles. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth. Jones now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On the delay, here's Hines. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all on your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Go. Get him. You got it.
Jones now to throw on third down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The Rams on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing his lock on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
57. Ready?
They'll go for it. It's Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Okay, 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Lock to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The Rams on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, wahoo! Safety's creeping.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, LA! Terry McLaurin, 34 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Operating from the gun. Jones. Got an open man. That's Campbell. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, he's got a couple more downs to play with.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fielded just inside the 20. Now on the return. Oh, no, the ball is loose. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones flushed out right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Now Prater to add the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard
Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back. And then
it got his man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for L.A. 48 yards. Now Locke. And this is caught at the 8. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
Go. Hey, team 6. He's coming.
Locke to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
you got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. You got to think this is likely four-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on third and goal. And it's caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a fourth and goal. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on fourth and goal. Locke's going to sneak it, and he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Drew Lock, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Cardinals, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
free to be the boss.